Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd. So I'm here with pretty much a update video as to what's been going on in our series. Now I'm currently in week number 13 of season number 2 of our Tennessee Titans Connected Franchise series, and I think it's been a couple, 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks since we did our last update. So I want to go ahead and pretty much show you guys where we stand in the standings and look at some of our stats and things like that. Hopefully this video is not as long as the last videos have been, so I'm gonna try to get through these ones pretty quickly. So obviously we coming off a win last week. We're going to be taking on the Houston Texans in the next gameplay video. They are 1-9-1, so it shouldn't be too much competition in that ball game. But we're going to go ahead and look at the standings for the rest of the league right away. And the top team in the NFL is the Seattle Seahawks. We are currently number 2, just above the Green Bay Packers as well as the Carolina Panthers. But pretty much in the AFC, however, it's not a lot of great teams. There's only 3 teams at the top of the list. Like I said, the Titans, Patriots, and then the Cleveland Browns. There's a lot of teams with 5 losses and 6 losses. And it's going to be interesting to see pretty much how the wild card race shakes up, because a lot of these teams are very close. So we still have a couple of games left in the season, so it's going to be a tough race for the wild card spot. But in our division overall, we're pretty much running away with it. If you look at the AFC South, we're 9-2. Jacksonville is 6-5, and the Indianapolis Colts are 4-6-1. So nobody is really too close to us. So as long as we don't have some type of crazy collapse, we should win the AFC South, and we should, at least be playing a home game in the playoffs. So looking at our schedule for the rest of the season, let's see who we play. We're going to be taking on, like I said, the Texans. They're going to go on a road trip. We're going to play against Chicago, Jacksonville, and then Indianapolis, and then we'll have our season finale against the Green Bay Packers. So I mean, we have a pretty favorable schedule, and I think we've been playing well lately. So hopefully, we can keep everything going for us, and hopefully kind of win out these last couple games and finish 14-2 possibly. That will be pretty good for our team. So looking at our team's stats so far, Mariota, 22 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He has a lot of up and down games. Some games, Mariota has no mistakes, no interceptions thrown, no fumbles. And then he has those games where he throws 3 interceptions, 2 interceptions, and sometimes 4 interceptions. So hopefully we can start trying to eliminate his bad games and, kind of have the game manager, Marcus Mariota. So I like that Marcus Mariota a little bit more, especially with our rushing attack. CJ Carr leading the NFL in rushing, over 1,100 yards rushing, 5.7 yards per carry, and 19 touchdowns. Anytime we get to the goal line situation, you can pretty much expect CJ Carr to get the football. So he's coming in and having a huge rookie campaign, and he should win Rookie of the Year. And actually, we could take a look later, but I feel like he should actually be in the running for MVP, if not in first place in the MVP voting. But we could actually take a look at that, because I'm not too sure of that myself. Abdullah, 5.5 yards per carry, which is not bad either. Obviously, when I came into the season, I expected the carry split to be a lot closer, but CJ Carr just started running away with it, honestly, in my opinion, and he pretty much became our workhorse running back. Now DeLaney Walker is our leading receiver. This was the same thing last year. I do like to throw it to my tight end, especially DeLaney Walker. He creates a huge mismatch with his speed against, linebackers and safety. So I do like to go to DeLaney Walker a lot. Josh Gordon, in his first year in Tennessee, 37 catches, almost 1,000 yards receiving. So he should reach that, 6 touchdowns. And then Dorial Green-Beckham in his second season has 7 touchdowns. So we've been playing pretty good, and I feel like a lot of our team is actually playing better than I thought they would be playing. Honestly, I know we made the playoffs last year. I did think that we will make it again, but playing the way that we were playing, especially after me moving up the slide, is making it a little bit more difficult. We're playing pretty great in my opinion. So going to look at the quarterbacks around the league. Aaron Rodgers, 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers is going to ball pretty much every single year. Now Carter Heyman from Jacksonville, he is their first round pick in last year's draft. he's been playing great. 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. You cannot ask for any more from a rookie quarterback. So we have to play him twice. But I'm actually looking forward to that. You know, Carter Heyman, Marcus Mariota for twice a year for the next couple of years. I actually think that will become a pretty good duel between those two quarterbacks. As we look at the rushing stats around the league, like I said, CJ Carr, the leading rusher, LeGarrette Blount, Alfred Morris, Jonathan Stewart, and Ahmad Bradshaw. Those are your top running backs. So that is different because we're only in year number 2. So I wouldn't really expect, you know, LeGarrette Blount to be the second leading rusher in the league. Alfred Morris, especially being in Washington, Jonathan Stewart, and then Ahmad Bradshaw. So that's a little bit, that kind of threw me off a little bit. But we still have CJ Carr at the top of the list. Joseph Randle, DeMarco Murray, and where is Adrian Peterson? I don't know where Adrian Peterson is. Giovanni Bernard is playing for the Colts, but he's been hurt a lot of the games this year. McCoy, Adrian Peterson, 731 rushing yards, which isn't too bad. He should still go over 1,000 yards, and he's 5.2 yards per carry. So clearly, there probably was some type of injury for Adrian Peterson because he only has 140 attempts. But when we look at the leading receivers, Calvin Johnson, he's pretty much on this list every single year. DeAndre Hopkins, Alshon Jeffrey, Terrence Williams, and then Brandon Cooks. Those are your top receivers this year. So I don't want to get into too many stats because this will take forever. Looking at the yearly awards so far as what they're projected to be, MVP Aaron Rodgers, CJ Carr, and Marcus Mariota are 2 and 3 on that list. I know a lot of that is probably due to our record, but I knew CJ Carr should be on here. Marcus Mariota, that's a little surprising to me. Russell Wilson is on there as well. So the MVP list, hopefully we can pull that out. Offensive Player of the Year, CJ Carr. Marcus Mariota is obviously on that list as well. Defensive Player of the Year, Chandler Jones and Telvin Smith are your top 2. They're 1 and 2 on the Defensive Player of the Year. Looking at Offensive Rookie of the Year, CJ Carr pretty much should be a done deal in my opinion. CJ Carr is going to run most likely for at least 1,300, if not possibly 1,500 yards this season. So he should clearly get that Rookie of the Year. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Mike Coleman from the Cincinnati Bengals. And then Gianni Russell, I believe that's how you say this, for the San Diego Chargers. But we don't have anybody on that list, so I'm not worried about that too much. Best quarterback, Marcus Mariota, and then Carter Heyman. I do like that matchup, but we do get to play them one more time. So we get to see them in person one more time. CJ Carr for best running back, Jeremy Hill, and then Giovanni Bernard, who went to Indianapolis. Sean Moreno is number 4 on that list. That's shocking as well. So I don't even think Sean Moreno's in the league anymore. So that's a little bit different. Best receiver goes to Josh Gordon. Now, he does not have the stats that the other receivers have. I have no idea how he's on this list, but he's been very productive for our team. And he does have 6 touchdowns, so maybe that could be a huge reason, because Dorial Green-Beckham is on here as well. He has 7 touchdowns this year. So my receivers don't have a lot of catches, but they have been playing productive, and apparently, I guess the voters are paying attention to that. Best offensive lineman, Joe Thomas. Defensive lineman, Chandler Jones. Best linebacker, Hali. And then best cornerback is Stephon Gilmore. So pretty much, I think that's pretty much everything that's been going on so far. I guess I can quickly try to show you some of my scouting that I have going on so far. It's a couple players that I really am interested in possibly drafting. So if we go to my watch list, I'm not going to go through my whole scouting thing right now. I'll probably make a separate video for that later. But Lamar Hill, we need a middle linebacker, and if he could fall to us in the first round, obviously I want to look at how the scouting, the combine report and all that stuff comes back. But he looks like he's pretty good. I know his talent says late second rounder, but we're pretty much drafting in the second round, so we're gonna have a late first round pick, and we need a middle linebacker. He fits the 3-4 type, so definitely something I'm interested in. But if we could possibly get this guy, is Shannon Gresham, I believe that's how you say his name. I know I have a running back, but depending on his combine report, The dude look like he could ball, man. He looks legit, and definitely, matter of fact, I could fully scout him right now. Get the last thing. So fully, if we could try to get somebody with a little bit more speed. Now I don't plan on, you know, giving him the ball a lot, but I do want somebody who is a little bit quicker, because CJ Carr, I think, only has 87 speed. If he can have a lot of speed and he could fall to possibly like round number 2, that could be somebody we could look at later on. Now I definitely won't go with the running back in the first round, but I do like fast skill players, and if I could possibly fall to like the second round, something like that, we could definitely try to pick him up. But I think that's everything for right now. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. But that's it. It's your boy DLloyd. Also, leave this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.